Alright.
Another Jedi.
I've done this plenty of times. Tell me what happened.
I was out hunting, so I shoot it, and so why don't you get the...
Uh-huh.
Ah, great. I'm Handon Gould.
No, I haven't.
Well, I presume you see I was out here running earlier today. Suddenly I heard a shot coming from over here.
Did you see the killer?
Rickard comes skulking out of the shadow. Well, there.
Alright, now I go talk to this guy. So then you ask him, you know, what did you find about the body? Get wrecked. Tell me about these planes. So you need to find out any and all information that you can. Helps out a little bit easier. Right, now that's pretty much all he has for you at this present time. So you stop there.
How can I be of further assistance?
So after you ask the droid, then you come back here, and you ask him a question again, because it opens up the dialogue again. What happens here?
Yes, quite often.
But you pretty much just ask everything you can. Okay, so you start with, you talk to both of your offenders. Then you talk to the robot, and then after you sit there, because there's like 3 stages to this. So after you sit there and get all the information you can, you then go back to the Jedi Twi'lek, ask him again, pretty much say who's lying, you tell him who's lying, so on and so forth, which I'll run through for you. But yeah, so you ask why you're holding your side.
No, of course not.
Alright, so that's all he's going to ask you. Oh, that's all he's going to tell you. Alright, so then you come back over here, go to Rickard.
What do you want to know? Well,
What do you see happening?
Area south of here, and I saw one over by the bridge. The sun was pretty much right behind it, though, so I couldn't see it none too clearly. I shot, and when I came over here, I found Handon standing over the body. Calder must have been hunting it himself.
Yeah. I want to ask you something else. Why are we out here?
Was in my blind a little south of here. Now, I don't have nothing to...
I want to ask you something else. Then you ask. You said you were limping.
Well, kind of sprained my ankle running through the...
It's nothing serious. Okay. That's all for now. I talk to Rickard. You come back to Bolok. Or Baluk. I want to discuss the murder. Piece of the puzzle. No doubt the case will resolve. Said he was nearby and heard a shot, ran over, only to find Calder dead, and Rickard said he came out of a shadow of rocks holding a blaster. He was hunting areas, saw one, shot at it. It seems very unlikely explanation. It is more likely that at least one of them is lying. Obviously one of the men is not telling us something, but who... Alright, Rickard, that is lying. And it was cloudy. So there would have been sun visible at the time of the killing. Caught Rickard in a lie. Alright, so that's the first process done. First part. Now that there's a second process. The motive for the killing. Okay?
So, what do you want to know?
Now we ask him, do you know the victim?
Hell, we've known each other for a good long time. Maybe I shouldn't be so hard on it.
Alright.
Especially now that he's dead.
Yeah, so he's going to ramble on like this for a bit.
We were actually business partners. We were involved in some... Can I leave now? Right.
Alright, that's all you're going to get from him. Come to Handon. Ask the same thing.
A little bit. I never really associated with him that much, but merely having heard...
No one says you killed him yet. Alright, ask him something else. Why would someone want to kill him?
Well, you see, disreputable business practices. Now, I bet...
Like I said, I'm going to skip through this because, like I said, I've done it a fair few times. Alright, let's just do that. That's all for now. Go back to the robot. And then you ask him about both of them. Okay. Okay, Rickard. Alright, that's all you get from that one. And you move on again.
How can I be of further?
And then this one comes up.
Of course.
Alright, that's all.
So,
Then we come back here. You thought Calder was cheating you.
but we go back a long way. We run a suborbital shipping and transport company out of. We've been partners in that business for well over.
Yeah. So you can deny it, but there was blood between you. That's all he's going to say. Right. Now this one's asking for motive. So this part is actually asking for the motive for the murder. Now, the motive for the murder is going to be Handon, because of the fact that he slept with his wife. So let's discuss the murder. Handon is lying. He knew his wife was cheating on him. But then he says it's not, mustn't jump to quick conclusions, should focus on the murder weapon itself. So now we move into the third stage. So then you go back to the droid, talk about the weapon. It didn't belong to him. Alright. So, I have more questions for you later. Come to Handon first.
How can I be of further assistance?
What do you know about the weapon found near the body?
That blaster was stolen from my house last week. I never knew what happened to it.
Alright.
We have enough money to afford a single blaster, let alone another. I can't tell you how important it is to have a weapon on hand with all these ravenous calf hounds around. Even an Irias can take a man down if it gets in the mood.
That's all he's going to do.
Weapon. It's our most prized possession. I would most appreciate it if... How can I be of further assistance?
Alright, now that's it. Alright, that's all you need to... That's all you need to say to him.
Of course.
Because now, you come back to the droid and ask for the report. Doesn't seem to be one. So, ask questions later. You don't even need to talk to Rickard at this point. So you just come back. Want to discuss the murder. The blaster was handed and he lied about it being stolen. Now, the final piece of the puzzle. Blood sample. Last stage. Now, this is the last stage. So you go to the robot. Ask about the blood sample. Alright. You're going to run into this issue. So after that, you go back to Baluk. I want to discuss the murder. What have you learned about the blood? It didn't belong to the victim. But which one? Now this, you say it's Handon's blood. Because he is currently the only one bleeding. Because he's holding his side, right? Why do you believe that? He is clutching his side. So it'll prompt this.
Hey, what are you doing?
There is blood. Suffered some sort of blaster wound to his side. Handon killed Calder, having an affair with his wife. Rickard was out hunting and accidentally shot Handon after he killed Calder. No. Okay. That is not it. They are both guilty. Because remember, Rickard lied about hunting for Irias. Because he said that there was sun behind it, so he had glare in his face, and he couldn't see what he was shooting at. But it was cloudy. So, he also had the intention to come out and shoot him. They are both guilty. And Jedi would like to know how you come to this conclusion. No, Calder was having an affair with Handon's wife. It's possible, how could Rickard have wanting Calder dead? Rickard thought Calder was cheating him in business. They were together in business for like 20 odd years, they said, so. Both men had reason to want to kill him dead. This is my theory of the morning's events. Both men knew Calder would be out here in the morning, and each plotted to kill him. Handon found him first and shot him because of the affair with his wife. Shortly after, Rickard arrived at the scene. Thought Calder from a distance. Handon thought it was Calder, so he shot him in retaliation. For the credits, Calder had cheated him out of their business. Handon then dropped the blaster, then one of them found at the scene covered in blood, and probably thought Rickard was going to kill him, so he called us. And bang, just like that. Alright, yes, so that is how you get That is how you get max experience. You get both of them because both of them are guilty. They both intended to go out there and kill Calder. So that is how you do that.